What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Hope everybody's doing good on this pre-4th of July. I am getting ready to mix up some lime mortar. Got to wet the walls. We got all the siding up now. My man Jet's working on tile. Things are coming together real quick. And thank God, it is about 90 outside, it's about 74 up here. That's why I'm working up here, because I'm tired of working out in the heat right now. So, time is ticking for training camp. We are 3 weeks and a day away from the Cowboys opening up training camp. You realize that, right? 22 days. We are also 2 weeks from tomorrow is the deadline to sign your franchise tag players to a long-term deal, or else they will play on the tag. And that's where you've got guys like, well, basically running backs, because running backs are the ones getting the shafts these days. Running backs that are hoping that they can get shown some love. Saquon has new hope that they can get a long-term deal done, but I think that they're just bullshitting them, to be quite honest with you. Why not just run out the clock? Because you could always sign him next year, or tag him again next year, because quite frankly, there's not really anything he can do about it. He can choose not to play, but the reality is we're trying to run a business here, and paying running backs isn't part of the business model, which sucks if you are a running back. And so we have one, Tony Pollard, who was wise, I'm going to say wise, to hurry up and sign his franchise tag. Everybody else was kind of taking their time. Josh Jacobs is literally talking about holding out for the season. Yeah, or not showing up until the first week of the season, so that way he'll get a game check, but he's not trying to do any extra work. Tony Pollard was actually the wise one there, because had Tony Pollard being injured, coming off of a broken foot, had he not signed his tag, which meant the Cowboys were stuck, and the Cowboys knew that all of the running backs that were going to be out there, that you could probably end up having for the same money for Tony Pollard, having a guy like Dalvin Cook. They might not have kept Tony Pollard. I'm just saying hypothetically. Although Tony Pollard, when healthy, is an incredible weapon. And it'll be nice to actually see him be the lead back instead of being in the shadows of Zeke Elliott. Because Zeke, of course, he puts the fans in the stands. He gets you excited about eating, right? But Tony Pollard, in a limited duty, is your game breaker. And in football, you need to have a guy who can take it to the house at the drop of a hat. Zeke's no longer that guy. Zeke is that ground and pound guy that they realize, we love you, but we're not in love with you for the money, and that we need more dynamic running. So the clock is ticking on whether or not the Cowboys will get a long-term deal done with Tony Pollard. If you ask me, I wouldn't be much help. A friend, somebody, you judge for yourself. Some are okay and they treat you real cool. Others treat you kind, just being a fool. We like to be with some because they're funny. Some stay around because of money. Yeah, they stay around because of money. But the reality is I don't think the Cowboys are going to do a long-term deal. Knowing what they did with DeMarco Murray, they ran him till the wheels fell off and then just let him go as used goods to the Eagles. which is kind of a sad state of things for the running backs. Whew. I think I'm actually getting worn out. All the work that we've been doing is catching up to me. And I've been wired every night I go to bed. Not getting a lot of sleep. But I am getting this place done. So, question for you guys. If you knew then what you know now, would you have signed Tony Pollard? Would you have tagged Tony Pollard? Knowing that there's Dalvin Cook out there, who still, surprisingly, even though he wants to go to Miami where everybody wants to go, has not gotten a contract. There were guys like Austin Eckler out there who could have been had for a trade. And of course, he did not get signed. There's Leonard Fournette, and so on. So there's a lot of backs that are serviceable, that are cheap. I myself think they may actually have something with me and Ronald Jones. Ronald Jones doesn't have a lot of miles on that body and averages 4.3 yards a carry throughout his career. And if the Cowboys offense is dynamic, like I think it may be, with Brandon Cooks and of course CD, Ronald Jones might be just effective enough for that cool mill to be one of those backs, along with Deuce Vaughn. But apparently, Cowboys ain't sweating it. Whew. We'll see what we're going to see. We'll talk about this some more tonight because, well, there ain't a whole lot to talk about right now. We got 3 weeks left, and then there's going to be a lot to talk about. I wonder where I'll be with this place. Whew. Hopefully, be living in here. Hope you guys are having a great day. Maybe when I'm plastering the walls, I'll do a live stream on the other channel. I know a lot of people are always like, hey, do it live, do it live, do it live. And it's like, it's hard because I'm jumping from one thing to the next, and I got all the power tools going, and it's, I don't think, a great experience, but it is an experience. This is a job in itself, just spraying down the walls. Jeez. If the walls aren't wet, the plaster doesn't stick. So that's why we're wetting the walls. You always want moist walls. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you soon. Peace.